Hello, friend, and we have already planned for the writing task. Now, this is the time that we should start writing on the answer sheet. And the first thing that comes when you start writing on the answer sheet is writing an introduction. So now in this video, I'm going to tell you that how to write down an introduction based on the plannings, ideas, and vocabulary that you already had, right? So let's try to understand some basics of writing introduction that you can use. Number one, you should not try to write more than 2 or 3 sentences. I would still prefer 2 complex sentences. You should not write more than 50 words. So number of words should be about. And now let me clarify you instead that this is not a rule laid down by the Cambridge or the IELTS. This is a standard practice which is done while writing academic essays, right? So third one is you should take about 5 minutes time. The way you have already seen the way I divided the time, I've shown you the introduction. 5 minutes time is given to that. Now let's talk about what should be the 2 or 3 sentences that we will write in an introduction. So sentence one should be a fact or general statement mentioned or expressed. Many times that's not clearly mentioned, but that expressed mostly in the question. Again, I'm using the word mostly. So sometimes, although rarely, but it doesn't happen that you will get the fact in the very first sentence, because many times question begin with many people believe that. So that's not a fact at all. That's not a fact. So what I'm saying, that paraphrase the question by changing grammatical structures and as many vocabulary as possible. This should be vocabulary, not vocabularies, right? As possible. That's the main thing. So you have to write down the same thing with the same idea. The only difference is they try to change it grammatically and vocabulary wise. That's sentence one. Sentence two should be a kind of explanation from you that what you're going to write in your essay. Simple, right? First sentence paraphrasing, second sentence you're saying what you're going to write in this essay. Now there are many ways of doing that, and there your skills of grammar and vocabulary will be tested, right? But write it clearly, I'll say. And although there are divided opinions on it whether we should clearly take our stand in the beginning, but I believe the banned scriptures say that clear progression throughout the writing, that simply means take your stand in the beginning. That will help you. Or if stand is not required, then just give the outline what exactly you're going to write. So even that will help. So in a way you're saying what you are going to write. Simple, right? Sentence three, if requires, I don't know why, but I have seen many experts write that way. Perhaps if you are able to write the complex sentences, not required for me. 2 complex sentences you can take it almost 50 words, and you don't need to exceed the 50 words limit. So that's the funda that you have to follow. To clarify this idea, that I'm going to give you one example. So let's start with one example in the next page, and then we will see another example. The first example that I'm taking here, if you can recall the question, this is the first question that we have planned. This is the first questions for which we have expressions and ideas and everything. If you can recall the videos that you have already watched related, so what we have done so far, if I can show anything what we have done so far from this. Okay, here you are. So you can see this is what we have done initially. It's opinion type questions. I have to write on agree and disagree. Then we planned it and finally decided that I'll write only completely agree, because we're able to, or I am able to instead find out the plannings only for agree. Based on that, and then I have planned expressions as well that you must have seen in the previous slides, right? So based on that, I'm going to write an introduction now. So you can see here. So he's saying some people believe that unpaid community service should be a compulsory part of high school programs. For example, working for a charity, improving the neighborhood, or teaching sports to younger children. So there's only one sentence. I have to paraphrase this sentence somehow. And then you can see these are the color part. If you can see, these color part are simply showing the relevant synonyms or paraphrasing. So you can see the color: high school, secondary school, community service, voluntary social welfare services, compulsory, imposing it forcefully, for agree, I have used strongly, recommend. So okay, those are the things that you have to keep in mind, because it is very easy at this stage if you have already planned it. If you have not planned it, you might struggle a bit. So be very careful that you are able to plan the ideas and expressions both. So now you can see most of the secondary school nowadays, and this kind of punctuations very important, are already providing opportunities to students to gain work experience through voluntary social welfare services without imposing it forcefully on anyone. So that was the first sentence. So first sentence is clearly hinting at the topic, and the second sentence is explanation of the outline, means what exactly I'm going to write. So if you see, I would strongly recommend. The moment strongly I'm saying means I'm completely, I may write completely recommend this, as it can equip them, and then I'm giving some sort of explanation as it can equip them with lots of valuable skills. So perhaps I'm summing up my ideas that I have in my mind instead of writing them straight away. I hope you have got this idea. So first, what we are doing, first we are writing, simply paraphrasing the sentence. The more you can change grammatically, expression wise, the better will be your band skill. And in second sentence is a kind of outline. This is an opinion based question. In next two examples, we will take one discussion type question and opinion discussion type question. Okay, so that's all about this video. Thank you very much for watching it. See you very soon with the next example. Bye.